Hey, y'all, what's going on? Jigga Jones, the number one in America, the guru of the ghetto, and that crazy fellow, you know. Hey, man, I want to thank you guys for rocking with me on here, you know, because it's been some crazy time to try to do this on YouTube, you know, all the censorship and everything. So, yeah, you guys been hitting me up about different podcasts that's on the internet, you know, where they got these criminals talking about how they got caught and how they went to federal pen and, you know, what they did to get caught and all this other shit. And people was like, well, how come you ain't been on none of those shows? We don't get caught doing shit. You know, very rarely. I mean, yeah, people, oh, you've been arrested 81 times. Yeah, but the secret to being arrested 81 times is not fucking saying nothing. We didn't say shit. They said, oh, we caught you doing this. We said, okay, well, you could prove it then. A lot of times, motherfuckers would talk. And, oh, you're cooperating, it makes it better on you. No, it don't, because most of the time they ain't got a case on this shit that we was doing. We was talking about a buddy of mine just got out of jail for something unrelated, but he used to deal drugs. I mean, he was a bad motherfucker. I mean, you get off the 10 freeway and get off on La Brea and you get, well, anyway, he was dealing drugs for a long time and nobody ever caught his motherfucking ass, you know, but the house he was dealing drugs at did get raided several times. But long story short, you know, the houses back up to each other, like the backyards meet at the fence in the middle, right? So when this dude here in this house here would go, the dude would go to work, old boy would get up with his lawn chair and shit and go walking across the top of the wall like this and jump into this dude's front yard and start clerking, you know. And for years, he would be up there. He'd be dealing drugs on different people's front porches. All the people had jobs. This is hot door, though. And they had jobs and shit. So what would happen, man? One night, you know, we was like over his house. We heard all this commotion and shit, lights, and we thought he was getting busted. We were looking for the door. You know, we get ready to go, right? And it turns out the house behind him was getting busted. A regular dude with a family and kids and shit. You know, and the police come kick the door in, all this shit. They brought a battle ram. And the whole thing at the time. Boy, anyway, long story short, he would deal drugs from other people's porches that would go to work in the same neighborhood. Nobody knew that he lived right behind that house. You know, if you somebody stepping up to him as a clerk, you didn't know what he was doing. And clerking is the thing we used to call it back in the day when you was fucking just straight serving, motherfucking. You floating doves like a motherfucking minister of peace. You know. And for all y'all, that's selling drugs, nigga. Oh, you're not supposed to say drugs on the internet now, on YouTube. Anyway, but there was a lot of operations like that we got away with for years and never got caught on it. And right now, he only got arrested on some bullshit because he got in a fight somewhere. So we ain't talking too much about that, but he ended up doing like a year and a half because he busted this dude's jaw and all this other shit that happened. But we was laughing about it and we was watching some shit on the internet. This guy that was a big time Fed and with a federal prisoner and all this shit. He got busted. One guy got busted doing counterfeit. Another guy got busted selling drugs. Another motherfucker was fucking with people's mortgages and shit. And we was laughing about it and said, man, we could never do a show like that because half the shit we did, they didn't figure out who was doing it. But you know, that's why, you know, people say, oh, well, nigga, you was doing cards and now you're doing checks and now you're doing credit cards and now you're doing this. I never stayed on the same game, man. If I got caught doing some shit one time, I'm out of that game. I'll tell you how I fucked up in it, but I ain't never stepping back in it no more because the police do this whole thing, this categorize your ass, you know, or this guy's a credit card guy. So, you know, you fuck up with some credit cards again, now that's your MO. You know, he's got a prior. Shit, the only prior I got is Richard up in this motherfucker. You know, I did get caught doing the same thing maybe twice, a couple times, but it wasn't because I was doing it at the time. It was some shit that got, you know, put in the pipeline and later fell out on me later. But technically, sometimes you don't know when you're caught because the police fucking slow. They stupid, you know, when they do shit, you know. So, but anyway, that's why you won't see me do none of that shit. And that's why I don't talk about a lot of it. But I got a book that I'm going to put out, and I'm probably going to do some videos on it here. I don't know how I'm going to publish this shit, though, because I'm getting old, motherfucker. And a lot of this shit, the Statute of Liberty done run out. We can't be prosecuted on a lot of shit that we did. And I just like to tell motherfuckers because, you know, people are stupid right now. They doing all kinds of shit. They bring their cell phones with them to drug deals. You know, they got the Apple Watch on. They got the motherfucking thing in their car. You know, the GPS and bullshit in the car. You know, and they surprised. Oh, the police knew everywhere I went. I don't know how I got busted. Come on, nigga. Anyway, man, like a nigga say, do as a Jones jigaboo. I'm out this motherfucker. That's all for you.